once again, and this is Afro-Youth Radio. We're transmitting live from Cincinnati, Ohio. And some people will say, oh, here. Ebenezer Azu, but you can call me on this program Eb. That is the one that I will accept going forward. Again, this is Afro-Youth Radio. We're transmitting live from Cincinnati, Ohio. And we've got in the studio wonderful cameraman. We've got Dr. Lewis here, and we've got John Lewis. I'm going to be having this chef with me. This is Hot Topics, and here we discuss political across the globe. Across the globe. This is the year of 2018. Just call me Deb, and I'm not sure what we will have world series.
Some political parties is coming off at Independence Square in Accra today. There is an unprecedented public interest in the trial, and already a sea of people have gathered to witness the first sitting of the special court. It is presided over by Justice H.K.A. Kokonsa. We now cross over to the Independence Square to give you live coverage as events unfold at the court. Please stay tuned.
Myself, my name is Justice Tahubudo Kosi Kokosa H.K. In the Republic of Ghana, so therefore I am a Ghanaian. Some people call me Judge 2000 for Convicted for less than 2,000 years, and today I am coming to try you all politicians and political parties for leading Ghanaians nowhere. Positive change, 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 positive change. Yes, this is the real positive change court. Today, what are the cases?
Your Honor, today we have Mr. NDC, Mr. NPP, the Church, Mr. IMF, Miss World Bank, Mr. Asban, Mrs. White, Mr. Europe, Mr. USA, Mr. Foreigner, Mr. Abacha, Mobutu Sese Seko, Columbus, Mr. UCG, Miss GWC, Mr. Politician, Mr. GNPC. But because of time constraint, we shall deal with ovuroplastic unprotectable as commenters of hospitals of NDC and mammographical sobriety of Echronicity NPP.
Now, Mr. RDC, I didn't know that you love democracy that much. Why didn't you use the procedure of democracy to get into power?
Your Honor, no one personality runs through AFRC, PNDC and NDC. AFRC, PNDC and NDC are not the same.
Shut up and let me finish. Don't you know that the decorated donkey is still an ass? You have been charged for shutting the mouth of the people for almost a decade. You are also accused of overstretching state funds. You are also charged for MEDA. Yes, MEDA. What happened to the generals? And what about the judges? What are you keeping money under your bed for when you were preaching savings? You said you were recovering the economy, but we didn't see your diagnosis. The people didn't know the treatment. The patient economy used only that until NPP declared it dead. We didn't know the economy was dead. That is also better. I sentenced you to another 1,000 years in treatment for the first count. Mr. Edison, you introduced one educational system and you and your children were experiencing another educational system.
Your Honor, the educational reform program was clear. It was to equip students with employable skills.
Shut up! So that they do the dirty part of development whilst you and your children will govern by doing the white collar part of development. I will invite your friends who were taking care of your children's school fees abroad to testify before the court. You are also charged with deceit of the electorate. You press polls for electrification just before elections, giving the people fake hope of being electrified immediately. And also moving to new machinery and carrying processing factories from place to place in the name of 25th plus 6th December, driving majority who are not educated to vote for you, only to vote the next time in darkness. You are also accused of turning the public office into boxing ring, slapping people, violating human rights everywhere. And remember, you overturned the taxi, the identification haircut, detention of journalists. We did all these things in camera or without camera, whatever.
Your Honor, I put it to you. Kwesi Baine, Kofi Kumsin, Harunata, and Kwekuba Jr. were all stubborn creatures.
Shut up! What are you trying to do? Confuse the court? If you interrupt me again, I will sentence you to another 2 years imprisonment for contempt of court. I also give you 1,000 years for devaluing the city to make it easier for your government to operate and difficult for the people to think. Your friend, Quality Grain, and sister-in-law will share some of your sentences. I also sentenced you to another 1,000 years for selfishness. The ESB wasn't good for the people, but it was good for you and your friends.
But Your Honor, that's why we have the ruled and the ruling classes.
Nonsense. Oropaku, did you take public office to raise the poverty in your family? What do you mean? It's made up of the ghost of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and Dr. J.P. Dankwa. They have asked me to give you another 1,000 years for wasting about half of our independence years experimenting with the people. explain what happened at GNPC and what you mean by integrity and nepotism to you after you have killed others for defending them. What happened to our sports?
That were impressive. We attended several competitions, sometimes with more officials by athletes, bus stopwatches, scoreboards, and renovated and painted the Accra and Kumasi sports area in the national colors. Clearly, Joanna, you can see we laid the foundation before the NPP took over.
No sis. After 20 years, I'll give you another 2,000 years. I also sentence you to another 1,000 years for deceiving the people. You have 5 children. Because you could take care of yours, but made it difficult for the people to take care of theirs. I also charge you for involving yourself in a senseless gun battle at transformers. You are also to go and learn the difference between an NGO and a women's wing of a political party before you start your just sentences. Kolebu was a graveyard. Graveyards are peaceful. Now it is a slave dungeon, dying people lying on bed floors in mosquito-infested rooms.
Joanna, cash and carry was to recover costs, ensure efficient health service delivery, and make life more meaningful.
Are you Kresta or what? I heard your earlier campaigns. Oh, we will bridge the gap between the poor and the rich. 20 years later, the rich are still getting richer and the poor are dying.
Joanna, I would like to explain what I meant by that.
Shut up! This is a positive change call, and I am not allowed. You are also charged for taking too much money in taxes from the poor people because of poor management. The continuous borrowing from IMF and World Bank in the name of the people, the money that the people never spent. Now I want to ask you a question. Who threw the shit bomb?
Joanna.
Answer me, who threw the shit bomb?
Joanna, that's unfair. Everyone to be condemned.
You are to reach the whole of Accra Sports Stadium for that. You are also supposed to save 2,000 years if you don't tell me who owns the new jet, receipts covering it, and what we are supposed to pay.
Joanna, have you forgotten the Council of State declared their own jet a flying coffin? Besides, the president enjoyed flying. It was to prevent loss of VIP lives.
Are you Kresta? I said, what is the price? Who owns it? Remove the words in your ears, otherwise you content yourself. You have been accused of misbehavior. While students were on strike, people not being able to afford half square meal a day, inadequate security.
It's reducing the sound. I don't like it. See, it's reducing the sound.
Yeah, that's what happens all the time.
That's what happens.
You have to take the music off.
What do
you
you
want to talk to someone?
No, that's not what I'm trying. I'm trying to say I want to call, but I want the music to play until the person picks it up.
We don't have that capability.
Yeah, we should. Should be a seconds. Did you tell him, Doctor? I'm calling him.
Yeah. You are calling now? You're calling him right now? Okay.
Yeah, but today started to play some hard music, you know, you got to keep your listeners awake.
The music I have on that he's using, he should use his own music.
Hello. Yeah, Kofi Adams. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, we arranged. This is Joseph calling from Cincinnati, Ohio. We arranged an interview with Esiedun Ketia. Unfortunately, we are not getting through.
Dr. Anthony Adadi? Oh, okay. I hope I was able to pronounce your name well. Adadi, good. So this is I am wonderfully and fearfully made, Doc. Thank you so much for joining us. This okay? Is it okay? Is it better now? Is it better now? Is it better now? Okay. Okay, okay. Just bear with us. You know technology, so we will try and listen. But I'm hearing you. I can hear you live and clear, very very loud. Okay, Doc. We understand that you are standing. You are an aspirant candidate for chairmanship for MPP USA, correct? Doc, can you, before we go on, can you tell us a little bit about Doc, who you are? Okay. Hmm. What an excellent credentials that you have, and from whatever you just told us, it looks like you're a very awesome professional. Doc, what is taking you? What is pushing you into politics? And for that matter, America, politics for NPP. Okay. Okay, okay, awesome. Doc, I've got in the studio also my host for this program. I have Dr. Lewis here in the studio, and of course I have Joe Osei Owusu.
Yes, sir. How you
In the
doing?
studio. They will be asking you questions as well. But before then, what makes you different from the current chairman Yao? I mean Obaya. What makes you different? Higher education, that's right. Awesome, awesome. Dr. Lewis would want to ask you a quick question. Dr. Lewis, go ahead.
How you doing, sir? Hello. Yeah. Most of the time, we hear about chairmanship of a political party. That's the time we hear most about the person who is aspiring for that position. After that, we don't hear nothing much again. That's number one in terms of traveling across. Yes, sir. Hello.
I think we might have lost Doc. I'll try and call him back. Looks like we lost him, so I'm gonna be trying to call him back again. Hopefully, we'll get hold of him again. So listeners, stay tuned. But go, yeah. Let me try and reach him again on phone. Joe, what you gave me, you're not giving me the. I think we lost Doc, and he might have called back again. Doc, can you hear us? Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much. Dr. Lewis, go ahead.
Can you hear me now? All right. All right. Let me first of all address the issue about you got a very busy schedule, and as you will be elected as chairman, you have to travel across the country. How do you separate both? Did you get it? Hello?
So Dr. Lewis was asking you how you can separate your busy time with becoming the chairman of such a biggest political party, in Ghana. How do you? He looks at you as a person who is very busy, looking at your profession and your accomplishment. How do you combine these two responsibilities?
Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, all right. Dr. Daddy, what are you bringing right now to the table that the present chairman don't have?
You know what? You sum it up. I think the experience you just said is good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry. Yes, go ahead. Well, I think we have Joe. Joe want to ask you a quick question, and then we'll let you go. We know today is a Saturday, and it might be one of your busy times. So just give us one more time, Doc.
Well, good afternoon, Doc. Yeah, good afternoon, Doc. I appreciate your managerial competence and leadership competence, and I think at this stage of MPP leadership, that is what we need. We need someone with both skills, political maturity and leadership competence to move the party into the next level. And we appreciate that somebody like you avail yourself to serve the party. How are you going to ensure transparency and accountability when giving the nod? And how would you also, there's a lot of disagreement and a lot of chaos going on. Do you have a strategy to resolve all those issues when you eventually become the chairman of NPP USA.
Doc, hold on 1 second. Doc, hold on 1 second. I think somebody is calling. I want to ask you a question. So let me do that. Let me pick them up, and then come to you so you can answer them whatever question they have for you. Okay. Okay, Maisha. We have an aspirant, Dr. Adadi, on the line speaking to us directly. If you don't mind, and you want to give us a minute to finish with him, and then we can take your question, or do you have a question for doctor? Awesome. Awesome. Doc, you just got a 1 vote from Aisha. Thank you so much. And wow. 1 time a million. I think he's hearing you loud and clear, and so your message would definitely be forwarded to him. Is there anything else you want to share with us before we let you go? Thank you so much for calling. And keep having a good day too. Bye. Yeah, I think let me go back to Doc. Doc, you've got a vote, and so I think you just want to vote here on Afro Voice. I just wanted to pass that information to you. Aisha called from. Okay, she called from Houston, Texas. So go ahead. You were talking when I caught you, Doc. Sorry about that. Okay, well, Doc, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of this wonderful Saturday morning to talk with us here on Afro Voice Radio, Hot Topics, and we want to wish you all the best in your campaigning and in your quest to become the chairman of the new Patriotic Party here in the United States. Do you have a final message, that maybe a slogan that we can all listen to? Remember Obama, it says yes we can. What slogan do you have that you will leave with us? People focus. People's focus, dedicated to duty. party unity, progress, dedication to progress. Thank you so much. Correct. Thank you so much, Dr. Daddy. This is absolutely, and we hope that in the coming days we will be able to, talk to you some more. When you win the chairmanship, please always come back with us, and we'll call you, and we'll have a nice conversation going forward. And we wish you all the best, Doc. All right. You're welcome. So, gentlemen, that was Doc. Let me come back here. That was Doc talking to us, and I think, yes, and I think that I'm excited. I'm not sure if this happens within the NDC, the organization, and the political activism. Let me say this. I don't know if it happens to the NDC or any other political party, but MPP actually they're very, very active when it comes to politics in the United States. Dr. Lewis, what is causing that?
You see, one thing is that
what is the secret?
Most of the time, parties in power don't really care. A party that stay in power for long, they feel that they'll always be in power. But NPP been out of power for 8 years, back and forth. So they have to be always well organized, prepare all the time to meet the battle ahead of them. They don't want to wait to be in power. They don't want to be out of power before they be prepared. That's what I say about NPP.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. During the long years of General Lawrence Senko, NDC was in power, and so the people were more confident. And most of the students that were dragged away from the country came to America, Europe, and they formed the foundation of forming MPP chapter overseas. And that's how most of the time that's how it happens. You talk about the ANC when they were apartheid regime. They traveled to Zimbabwe and started forming the ANC branches overseas there. Secondly, the MPP ideology and tradition is the only tradition in Ghana that has stood the test of time. You talk about the CPP, Nkrumah's party is dead. It's absolutely dead and collapsed. MPP tradition of Dankwa Domobuzia tradition is the only tradition that has stood the test of time, and I can say it's the only political party right from UGNCC to today, because the whole party was formed on accountability, transparency, integrity, and with a clear philosophy of property-owned democracy or liberal democracy. And then that is why people identify with such type of tradition. And no wonder you have someone like Dr. Dade, excellent achievement with leadership skills and political maturity, who want to lead a party into progress. And you have many of the likes of Dr. Dade coming in the folds to spearhead the MPP agenda.
I very much agree with you, Joe. MPP needs to be encouraged and keep doing what you're doing. I can't imagine how they find time from all the hustle and the scuttle and the everything America, and they still campaign, and they are so deep into politics here in America. I think it's something that worth emulating, and I would urge everybody to, especially the political animals, to really emulate from this.
You find that MPP become very competitive, very fierce in terms of campaigning all the time, because MPP is a party that don't really want to wait for the time, and NDC always wait maybe a year or two to the elections. They start to mobilize, but MPP be having a grassroots all the time. They start preparing themselves. Even now, as we speak right now, the party is moving on fostering some way to capitalize on its people, or even win other political party members to join the party now. So they don't wait.
Yeah, they don't actually wait. We're going to be calling our next guest soon, but let's give our listeners the chance to call in. If you are listening to us right now, you want to contribute to the show, we're just going to give you a time to call in and discuss, or if you have anything you want to share with us. Today is the first edition of this program. We've been off for some time, and I call it Hot Topics 2.0. Dr. Louis say 2.0.
2.0 Hot Topics.
And so, if you have any concern, anything that we can do to improve our programming, please do not hesitate. Let us know. We have a WhatsApp page that you can go on. Joe Ewusi, can you give us the number?
Yeah, the number is 513-952-1287.
513-952-1287. And so if you have any concern you want to send, just send to that WhatsApp page, and we will very well we'll do our best to correct whatever concern you have. If we're doing well, do well also to commend our efforts, and we'll be here for you going forward. Now, I know that like I said, we're going to be calling a few guys, but guys, let's talk about Trump's tariff. We're gonna go back and forth. Let's talk about Trump's tariff. And so Trump somehow has increased his increased imports tariffs on steel, and it's adding, I think, 20, 25 and 15%. Last Thursday he announced it, and strangely he excused Canada and Mexico. Now we know Trump and his erratic behavior, but are you concerned of trade war?
You don't already in the midst of where you find the global economy is booming, especially in the West. You don't go to war. You don't really try to bring a trade war, because if you start a trade war, it affects both sides of the aisle. Because some of your competitors will also impose tariffs on your goods and services, and that will affect you. Mostly America deal in hardware in terms of technology and military equipment, but you need China to supply with iron rods and other things. The Europeans have other things to exchange with you. So if you go after these guys in terms of imposing these tariffs, that's going to affect you too. Now you won't be able to even export some of the products you have.
I forgot to mention the phone number that our listeners can call in, and if you're calling from any part of the world except in America, please add your country code, and then go for 937-660-4646. 937-660-4646. That is if you're calling from America. If you're calling outside America, please add your country code and call this number. If you're calling within America, it's just 937-660-4646. Call us, and we'll be glad to pick your call and have a discussion going forward. So far, what you've listened, we've listened to Dr. Adadi, aspiring chairman for MPP USA. We also listened to an aspiring chairman, Sari Bediaku, Mr. Sari Bediaku, all the way from Ghana. He also called us, and if you didn't hear the interview, they all, if you're an MPP actually sympathizer, they're asking for your vote.
Yes. So let me continue. You see, for example, look, today America imposed sanctions on some Iran and Russia, other countries, but these people now buying oil from China, buying oil from these countries. So if you go into war with this country, number one, China is buying oil in exchange of gold or yen. It will go on at the days where we had a petrodollar. The petrodollar is getting weak and weaker every day. So you will create also now you're not even creating, you're creating a currency war, which will not benefit the United States. Because the United States don't have the backing. America don't have the gold to support its currency.
Doc, Joe, isn't it strange that the Trump presidency is actually exempting Canada and Mexico, and they're keeping the UK, which is their huge allied, in everything they do? They are imposing that tariff on UK. I mean, what is the A game? What is the end game for Trump?
Well, the truth of the matter is that US actually buy less than 20% of their steel from China, and so I don't know the amount of money Trump actually did, the analysis they did on putting those tariffs on China. For Mexico and Canada, it could have been a substantial. So for them, instead of waiving, it's quite good for America. If you look at right after Trump launched that tariff, local manufacturers, S&P and those kind of stuff, their shares started rising up astronomically, because now it's worth investing your money in those local manufacturers of steel here. Whilst those who do import, their share drop substantially. But we have to understand, China is always buying a lot of metals from Africa. They've taken almost dominance of Africa, and their main concern is to become major players in Africa. Right. And that is where almost 70% of the world resources and minerals come from.
So that means even this tariff, it's helping China.
Yes,
a lot. It's just more and more cutting them away from.
Exactly. Okay. So that's why, for me, I was surprised why Trump would rather go to impose tariff on steel, because Trump is actually betting on solar panel manufacturing. Because for Trump, putting tariffs on steel is going to affect the prices of solar panel being manufactured in China, and which America is buying. But that's just looking at just one economy of solar. Of course, steel is everything. We use it to manufacture cars. Anything you can think of is steel.
But like Joe said, most of the iron ore even comes from Africa. So you're not fighting China, you're just messing your own economy up.
Guys, we're going to be calling Dr.
But I don't think it's going to succeed, because I know Congress is willing to fight him, especially Republicans and the likes of leadership of Republican leadership in both Congress.
He's already signed it. So all Congress would have to do is come out with a bill that actually voids whatever he has signed, and we know how divided Congress is right now.
No. This time you have of course, Democrats don't have anything to lose, and the Republicans, the conservative Republicans, are against that tariffs, because any Republican who believe in free market economy don't support tariffs. Because tariffs is a disincentive to make the market more competitive. And so I think that Republicans will try to fight him.
It's also affecting local economy. It trickles down to the local economy, because you find that some people will be here in Ohio, they won't be able to ship their product overseas, because they have also, the other country will impose a tariff on their product too.
And Russia, China has really threatened to this time around go for a trade war. And so I think that it's interesting days ahead, and we will see a lot of people.
Okay. Well, we're trying to call one of our guests for this morning. So we're going to go a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll reach out to them, and we'll go from there. Again, if you're listening to me and your name is Kobana Buakofi, awesome. I know you're listening, okay? And thank you for all the feedback that you're giving us, and we'll do best to improve on our. And I'm told that we should resist the temptation of talking through when one person is discussing. So thank everybody for giving us this feedback. Like I told you, we're going to be doing our best, and we hope that this is going to be one of the nicest political program in the United States of America. There's going to be a time that we're going to bring a lot of heated exchange here. For today, it is aspirants and PP. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Is it?
Which one did you call?
Dr. Sorry. I mean, Dr. Tina Abrefa.
You call and it dropped?
Yeah, it just dropped.
Yeah, call again.
Ebenezer.
Yes, sir.
I have to go. I have to be somewhere by 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I thought I was 10. Now
Okay.
I was 11.
Okay.
So I'll be. He said next week is 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah, we're going to keep 11 to 1.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the
It's
time.
almost
I understand.
time. Call you, man.
Everything's coming on.
You hear us? So
Yeah.
I'll be here like 11 o'clock next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be we're going to try and
Call you.
call who? Yima.
The video is still running, but talking is not.
That's fine.
So what did you do?
I just unmute them.
See what I told you.
Call the treasurer.
So I'll be here. I supposed to be somewhere by 1. I didn't know we were going to.
Okay. Louis.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Next week you are taking the seat.
Yeah, he's taking here, so be ready. No, Joe, I'm doing your work. You are supposed to be here today, so.
Yeah, because you told me Joe today.
Yeah, Joe is doing this week and next week.
Okay. That's
So
fine, I'll be here.
Joe doing this week and next
That's
week.
good. Let everybody let rotate. It'll be
And
good.
then check, please.
I'll check it again.
You can't download it. So let me send you your email again. You said 1966, so that you have the schedule.
Right. You heard Joe laughing. Oh, you put your stuff out there like that. Okay, I'll see you guys. Right?
All right.
Now you are on video.
So I should call again, right? Oh, 3-1.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, Repacho, we are just going to give you a call right away. We are giving you a call right away. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't let them know Louis is not around. Just say Louis is around. Just say Louis is around. What friend?
Stop counseling.
Eh?
Stop counseling.
Friend. For the radio too.
No, the TV. And I'm trying the same thing.
But I can hear the song. Are you calling? What is wrong?
I think our minute's finished, so buy another minute.
The internet is gone again.
No. Quiet. Remove the thing.
What is happening?
Free credit.
Out of credit.
That's what I think it looks like.
No, but this is a US number.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that. No, it's free.
We can call it as phone because it's a US number or it's not going to work.
What's happening? Yeah, Joe, I think I'm having difficulty to call. I guess I'm gonna ask my producer to help me do that. Let's keep our listeners busy. Let's keep our listeners busy as we discuss. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about today, but we don't have enough time. Dr. Lewis just left. He has an appointment, so he's going to be here again next week from 11 to 1. He asked me to tell everybody that he's sorry that he has to leave early today. So it's going to be me and Joe on the studio today. Joe, Stormy Daniels. Trump and his problems. It never finishes. So what do you think is going to happen? I mean, nothing so far. Nothing has brought Trump down. The Mueller case is still going on. It doesn't look like.
It looks like. I mean, if you. Do
you think Stormy Daniels is going to be the thing?
I think absolutely. I think if you follow the Watergate scandal, that is how the whole investigation started, and then eventually it brought the president down. I think that something is going to come out of this Mueller case. Trump is having a tough skin, and so it's very difficult to go after him. But then I think that something is going to come out of this particular one.
Let's talk about the lady, the pornographic, the lady that had an affair with Trump, and she was paid. Her name's Stormy Daniels, right? And she was paid not to speak by Trump's lawyer. And we're talking right now that it wasn't Trump who actually agreed for that harsh fee, but it was the lawyer that paid. And it's a huge amount of money. Let me ask you, from a layman's point, do you think that a lawyer, or if you're a client to a lawyer and you have a case, that your lawyer can just pay your legal charges without your consent?
Absolutely not. Of course, who is a lawyer? A lawyer is someone representing you, and because of the cumbersome nature of law and the processes, you need an attorney to represent you, and that is why with the power of attorney the lawyer can take every single decision on your behalf. And so even though Trump might not necessarily be involved, every single action and deeds of the lawyer and the attorney represent Trump interests, and you cannot separate your actions from what the lawyer do. I mean, you have to go through the law of court and actually separate those kind of thin line between something that you do and what your lawyer did. These are all part of the political gymnastics that Trump is paying. If you have realized, Trump is a politician who has not actually been able to overcome by the integrity tests. Most of the politicians will either resign when they are accused of some kind of abuse, whether towards women or any kind of minority groups. But Trump has for I don't know what special reason has been able to go away.
He's immune
to all those accused.
Is it because that's who he is? I mean, if you are a
from insulting minority groups, blacks, calling Mexican rapists, calling women nasty and stuff like that, and talking about raping, you can put your hand somewhere if you want to. You can do anything. You remember that video that came.
Does this
and he has been
Trump? Let me ask you a question. I want to combine this one before you finish. Is Trump rebranding the Republican Party?
Absolutely not. My stand when Trump was rising. The candidature of Trump actually became prominent because of inefficiencies of the political order of Obama and Hillary, and then the Republican Party themselves. And that is why someone like Trump was able to capitalize of all those and then came into power. But then I think that in 2020 Trump is not going to get it easy, in 2020, if you even follow the percentage of voters that Trump got during the delegate, it's less than 40%.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so in 2020, if the Republican Party decide to come out with a single candidate,
but you're not going to challenge him.
Of course, I doubt. I think that the likes of Stephen Kasich and Co might be interested in, because he has actually.
You mean John Kasich?
Sorry, John Kasich.
Okay.
He has actually. He is the only person who has been stiff and truthful to his position of not supporting Trump presidency.
Okay.
And he has been seen on radio indicating his interest of vying for the position in 2020. So I think that in 2020, Trump is not going to go unopposed. I strongly believe that. And then the likes of Mitt Romney and co, this time around, they would like to support him. So I think that in 2020, Trump is not going to get it easy, because if you realize Marco Rubio and what's the name of the other guy, the Republican that was almost close to Trump, Cruz. If you realize Cruz and Marco Rubio, if you add all their votes, Trump is even though the president, but he'll be in minority.
Right.
So all they need to do is just get one candidate, because I know strongly in 2020, whoever the Democrat brings, Trump is not going to get it easy. He's going to be asked critical question about gender, about minority, about racism.
But we know how President Trump is immune to the truth.
No, he was immune.
How?
Because he was immune
because he was not in power.
Exactly. And then you know, when somebody is in opposition, it makes it, the allegations against Trump more or less became like people were not even interested to listen to Trump to the allegations anymore. But with the scale of people resigning, whether from both Democrats and Republicans, anytime there's such accusation, and people from state Congress resigning and stuff like that, I believe that Trump is now going to be subjected to the integrity test, and I don't think that he can run away from. And then in 20, you remember right after the election, almost every close contest have been won by the Democrats. That's a clear indication that even the midterm election might go in favor of the Democrats. And then because they are numbered, they are going to show up to vote. And that, if that's anything to go by, it shows clearly that the Republican Party is going to face difficulties in case they get somebody to contest Trump. And I don't think Trump can pass the second term.
Okay, well, Joe, I think we have Dr. Tina Brefa on the line right now. Let me make sure that hello, Doc. Can you hear us? Hello, Doc. Oh, it's coming back. Hello, Doc. Hello, who am I talking to? I'm sorry. Okay, I think the person might have gotten the wrong number, so we'll call them back again. Sorry about that. Joe, go on. So let's try to call Doc again and see if we can get him. Let's try that. We're trying to listeners, hold on for us. Trying to get hold of. Hello. Is it Doc? Number 980 318 4452. 9802.
The number is 443 600 1503.
That's what you gave me. So what is the name again? Well,
Fellow that there was a mix up with the number.
hello. Yeah. Dog. Can you hear us? This is Ed from Afro Voice Radio. Oh. Come on. I think.
To send your message, press 1 at any time. To listen to your message, press 2. To re-record, press 3. For more options, press 4. To cancel, press star. Sorry, please try again later. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Cool.
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Is that Doc?
Yes, yes, this is she.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the missed up. I think I don't know what was happening to our technology, and I want to apologize for that. We got a wrong number. Then when we got you, it was something else speaking on at the background. So anyway, my name is Eb, and I'm calling from Afro Voice Radio here in Cincinnati. How are you doing, madam?
I'm doing very well, and thanks for calling me.
Awesome. Madam, we're calling you this morning because we understand you're an aspirant first chairperson for MPP USA, correct?
Yeah,
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And I'm in the studio with my co-host Joe Osero-Wusu. He's here with me, and we have Dr. Lewis who just left us. But can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who Dr. Tina Abrifa is?
thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. I'd first of all like to say hello to all your listeners.
Hello.
I'll say hi to my good friend Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
at the studio with you. Before I go on, I'd like to acknowledge certain personalities. First of all, I'd like to thank God for giving us this opportunity to speak and the opportunity for me to outline the details of my candidacy to your listeners. I also like to acknowledge the NCP USA, the executive. I'm a net member myself, and so I'd like to say hi to all of my colleagues, NCP USA net members, and the entire NCP USA membership. I've so far visited during this campaign some specific chapters to basically canvas for votes and to also interact with them face-to-face, face-to-face interaction to find out vice chair of Baltimore chapter. I've also been to Chicago last year, even before I declared my candidacy. Also been to Pennsylvania, Delaware, and on one of my trips to Pennsylvania, I met the New Jersey chairperson who is also a fellow competitor for the same position, so vice chair. I still hi to you. I've also visited Columbus and Cincinnati, Ohio chapter. I'd like to acknowledge them. I would also like to observe all other protocols. And I thank everyone for receiving me warmly and giving me the opportunity to outline my candidacy to all of them.
Great.
So, that's a brief background about myself. I'll call it my bio. This is Dr. Tina Befedan speaking. I was born in Tamale, in the northern region.
Just like me.
I did because nice. It's a unique attribute for me, and I'll say it everywhere that I go because in my whole entire family, I'm the only one that was born in Tamale. To me, it's unique, and I feel connected to that place.
Absolutely.
My parents that I was born there.
Absolutely.
My parents are from Winti.
Okay.
My parents are from Winti, and the man is called the Go Apple. So, if we go by matrilineal heritage or inheritance, I'm from Winti. We go by matrilineal, I'm from the mountain coast, so I'm a pure Bomi girl. I grew up in Tijuana and completed my elementary school at Rufus Elementary School, and I attended Infantil Girls Secondary School for my secondary school education. From there, I moved on to University of Ghana, and graduated with first class honors from social work department, and I graduated with social work with psychology. I did my national service after that at the Response Agency, it's an agency for school children in Accra, and also worked with the Heart Foundation, which helps women and children who are survivors of domestic abuse. From there, I came to the United States to pursue my master's in social work, once again, in the field of social work. As the master's student, I became the president of the African Student Association in the entire university. Got the opportunity to work with the chancellor of the university, and we did some great programs to the point where President George Bush, when he came to St. Louis, Missouri, to do his one of the states, as you all know, in the United States, the President of the United States, when they go to the university, usually choose my Almeida, which is Washington University in St. Louis. He came there, and African Student Association were invited. And I was the president at that time, and it was a good thing. Something happened, we couldn't attend, but at least we went on record that we were invited. When I finished my master's, I worked at the United Nations at the Department of Social and Economic Affairs Division for the Advancement of Women, and also returned to St. Louis, Missouri to work for Hope World Agency, which is for an agency that helps people with mental disabilities. From there, I eventually decided to pursue my PhD in social work again. I did it at University of Maryland, Baltimore. Currently, I'm an assistant professor in social work at Norfolk State University. I'm also a former adjunct professor at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, University of Maryland, Baltimore in Baltimore, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, also in Baltimore, and University of Maryland at Shady Grove, and in the Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts. So basically, I'm a person that is passionate about helping people, and so as you might gather from my bio, all that I've done with my life from birth to now is to help people. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc. That was a tall list of achievement, and congratulations for that achievement. I can tell from the list that you just announced or gave us that you're a very busy woman. Let me ask you, how are you determined to combine this busy schedule of yours vis-a-vis becoming the first chairperson of MPP in the United States?
Thank you very much for the question. This is something that I've been doing for so many years now. And at a university today in Legon, University of Ghana, Legon, I engaged in politics at a high level. And as I told you, I graduated with first class honors. Those of you who know about first class in Ghana, it's not a small achievement. It's unique. But I did combine so many things. I'm a multi-tasker, and I have a way, my own creative and unique way of combining activities, prioritizing them most of the time, and making sure that I'm able to advance at all levels in my task. So for MPP USA, I've been a member specifically since 2012 when I was a PhD student. I graduated in 2014, and even in 2014, when I graduated, I did contest. I'm the first woman that contested the position in the history of NDP USA. That's what I'm told anyway. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But I did that. Everybody who has done a PhD knows what it takes to finish and defend education. But at the same time, I found a way to contest for the position of secretary and also managed to complete and defend my education around the same time. And since then, I've been an assistant professor. I'm in a senior class. And again, not to go into details about what the senior class position is all about. It's all about publishing and publishing and teaching and doing all kinds of academic work. But by the grace of God, I have published so many articles. But at the same time, I'm also highly engaged at the political level. And so I believe that at this juncture, it is possible and necessary for me to compete for another position. And the grace of God, I know that I'll be able to combine or multitask and do well in the position that I'm competing for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc. You know what? I really want to have a whole hour with you because it looks like you are a people's person, and you know, looking from your background, social worker, you know, you are really nice to talk to. But unfortunately, our time is already gone. I want you to give us your last message, a message that the delegates will take with them, even as they listen to you on radio right now, when they go to cast their vote on that day. What a message, what a simple message can you give to your delegate? What sets you aside the other aspirants that are competing with you?
Alright, so I'd like to first of all personally plead with delegates or eligible voters to vote for me based on the following. When we are going into an election like this, and we are looking at the two topmost positions, the chairperson and the vice chairperson position, we are looking for somebody or people who can represent the organization or the party well. So NPPUSC, because it's inevitable. The vice chair is going to play a supportive role for the chairperson. In fact, he or she deputizes the chairperson all the time. There may be occasions where there are multiple occasions where the chairperson cannot be at the same place at the same time. Only that can do that. What kind of image, for example, if we are called upon to go and represent LTP at the Congress, LTP at the program, what kind of image do we want? What kind of person do we want to represent us? I believe that among the contestants for vice chair position, I've elaborated about my bio and all the things that I've done. For those who already know me and would like to know me more, I believe I have what I need. The image of a woman that can represent NPPUSC, not just here, not just in Ghana, but anywhere around the world. I'll play a supportive role for the chairperson. I also want to ask the question, have you benefited from the membership in the NPPUSC? My leadership will be such that I support the chairperson to ensure that membership in the NPPUSC will become beneficial to NPPUSC members and their family members, either directly or indirectly. I'll try my best to help the executive to enroll as many party sympathizers from all walks of life, people from academia, people who are artisans, people who are in the healthcare industry, etc. We also have to keep in mind that ROPA is here. And let me give you some statistics. There are over 2 million people in the diaspora, about 235,000 Ghanaians living in America, in regions or cities in America like New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Boston, Massachusetts, Newark, New Jersey, Denver, Colorado. We have all these people, all these Ghanaians living here. And ROPA will allow these Ghanaians to vote in the general elections in Ghana. My goal is to work hand in hand or support the chairperson and the executive to work hand in hand with the embassy to ensure that this plays to the advantage of the NPP. We have a voice, most of us living abroad. We contribute over $2 billion to the Ghana economy. Nigeria, that's over 10 times what we do for our country. Different countries and, different populations in the diaspora play significant role in the growth of the economy in their countries of origin. And so, given our numbers here, we need somebody who understands how to mobilize people and organize people to vote or represent the party abroad so that we can utilize or take advantage of ROPA and canvas for vote for NPP so we can have several electoral victories in NPP, in Ghana. Also, our create for help what will be the ITT create a data bank of skill sets within the NPP region. I believe this project is we currently do not necessarily have this data bank of skill sets. What do I mean by that? Everybody, people from all walks of life, have different skill sets. We need to know who has this skill set, who's an artisan, who's a planner, who is in academia, who is good in science, who is good in chemistry, etc. We need to know all of that at hand so that when the opportunity comes, or when Ghana needs somebody to do something, then we pick from this data bank set. This will cut off corruption and bottlenecks. We will know in advance who can do it so that when the when we are called upon to do something, we don't have to go by nepotism or relationships or church membership, etc. But we go to this data bank of cases and recruit from there. I also help the chairperson and my fellow executives to identify investors who support the one district one factor agenda in Ghana to encourage farming to employment rates. We all know the staggering numbers of people who are unemployed in Ghana in many developing countries.
Okay.
And lastly, unfortunately, we have the one district one factor agenda in Ghana now, which going to be that pursuing. We sit presentation. These are in the works, and at the appropriate time, I'll outline all the details that I'm pursuing as far as this agenda is concerned. I also mobilize resources to build or engage in real estate development business with NPP real estate. And I'd like to encourage all listeners to talk to me one-on-one if they have questions. But this is not an exhaustive list. I have more that I can do for the NPP real estate. So I'm begging them, pleading with them, especially delegates, those who are eligible to vote. Voting is coming up on March 15th and 16th. If your email is not on the voters register, please call your secretary or call the electoral commission. Make sure that you have an email, your email updated, and have your email listed on the voters register, and that way you can vote. And when you're voting, remember that the email that you want to represent NPP is Dr. Chinadu Feza.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. Like I said, I wish I have called you earlier on because I know you have a lot to talk to the delegates about, but I think they have heard you loud and clear, and we wish you all the best. And please get back, come to us again when the vote is counted, because we want to be here to talk to you some more. And good luck and best wishes going forward, Doc.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Once again, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank Joseph Affair. I'd like to thank all your listeners for taking time off your busy schedule to be with me and hear me out. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. We'll talk to you off air. Bye. So, Joe, our time is completely. We cannot call and speak to any other person. I think that we're supposed to leave here by. Unfortunately, our time is gone. And our producers are not going to be happy with me. So I beg you, or I beg of you, Joe. I know you want us to. I know the we have a last aspirant that we were supposed to talk to, but we're supposed to leave here at 1. It's almost 1:20. And we cannot. I think I've gone past my welcome period here, so we're so sorry, Emmanuel Daku. He was supposed to be the aspiring NPP USA National Treasurer. Yeah, he was supposed to be on here. He's been waiting, but we can't talk to you. Our time is gone, and we're so sorry. I will talk to you off air. Hopefully, there's a program coming up this evening and Sunday evening, and we can get you to speak on that program. But let me talk to the host of that program, and we'll talk to you off air. Sorry, Emmanuel Daku, for this moment. Anyway, listeners, thank you so much for staying tuned with us. Once again, I want to thank Joe, my co-host, and Dr. Lewis, who left earlier on. Next week, Joe is going to be sitting here and be taking all the questions and talking to everybody. My name is Eb, and I will be here same time next week from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is Afro Voice Radio. Thank you, Skobina, calling all the way from listening from England. Thank you, Aisha, who also called from Houston, Texas. Thank you, Dr. Adade, who also spoke to us, the aspiring chairperson for USA. Thank you, Asari Bediaku, the aspiring chairman for NPP in the Eastern and the Ashanti region. And who else called? Dr. Tina, of course. We just spoke to Dr. Tina. So, and Joy, you also listen from Kentucky. Connecticut. And to you, Heather, who was also listening from Kentucky, and everybody that we couldn't call your name. This is the first edition of many programs to come. We're going to be here each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thank you so much, and catch you on the other side. God bless. Bye. Good job.
Yeah, email, send him a message. I said that's fine, I totally understand. I'll send him a message. Yeah, okay, so
All right.
we need to get our organization well.
Yeah. I mean,
So that-
it's the first time. I think that what we were able to do was the video. I hear the video was clear.
Oh,
we
okay.
finally got the sound was clear.
So
I don't
we'll get it on Facebook, like our individual Facebook account, so people can watch from anywhere. Facebook Live. And we need to also be conversant with the console, and so we make it more interactive. So in case we are discussing something here, we can play some song, and then maybe we have to look for another song. Apart from this song, maybe we have to look for like another political song.
Yeah. Somebody said you were awesome. He said, who is that guy talking to you in the studio? I think he's very good. I like him.
Good. And then we will try and keep and get at least every.
So was the Bediaku guy? I said Bediaku, Imagine guy. Was he?
Yeah, he sent me a message. He said he understands.
Oh, okay.
And
So
he just sent me a message. He said no problem. That's fine. I totally understand. Okay, so that's fine. But this is the problem. Nowadays we have put injunction on the election.
That's what. Oh, he succeeded. The judges succeeded. So that means if the judges succeed, it means the election is going to come. It's going to come out.
Going to come on, and the Congress. We even put injunction on both the Congress and the election.
Okay, so that means we will have time to talk to them next week.
And talk to them. This is what is going on now. They want to use online voting. And this online voting, we sit in our rooms here, whatever, and then through your email, you vote for whoever you like. But then we have got the information that they have created people whose names on with emails.
Oh wow!
That's what is happening now. So we are rather advocating for chapter voting. So Cincinnati here, we meet somewhere and we all vote.
Yeah.
And then they are saying no.
But that should be the best way.
That should be
so
the
chapter
best.
Voting for every chapter that is recognized.
Recognized. That's all.
You first of all must be recognized.
We have them already.
Okay.
We have 21 chapters.
So if, for example, Cincinnati is not recognized, you want to vote, go to Columbus. If Columbus is recognized,
then that's all.
Columbus.
Cincinnati is even recognized, so we have a problem. So they did not agree to us, and then I petitioned. I was the late petitioner. We petitioned to John Boydu and Freddie Blair and copied to every one of them. And then they sent us a reply that they have asked the EC to fetch them with the voter list and blah 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 blah, and then financial accountability. And then they thought they are smart. They are smarter than us. It wasn't like definite. Meanwhile, Thursday is the election, and you know what? We are even voting 2 days. So I sit in my room here. I vote online. It goes on someone's computer. It stays there on the 14th, on the 15th and 16th, and then on the 17th we go and meet at Atlanta and open the computer, and then it tells us who won the election. Between that 3 days, anything can happen.
Okay. Manipulation.
Exactly. So, but then they said okay, they won't agree with that. So what we did was that we said it okay. I sent a letter to them again. I said if we don't hear from you guys by Friday 6 p.m. Ghana time, we'll go ahead here, which will be like afternoon here, and go ahead and place injunction on the election. We didn't hear anything from them, and then yesterday the guy went to what's the name, Charlotte, and put injunction on both the Congress. And yesterday I woke up this morning and I saw 6 missed calls from Freddie Blair and John Boydu calling. They think that I'm the one who put the injunction on, but I'm just the lead petitioner. I'm not the one who put the injunction on. Okay. So now the only way we will allow the election to come on is one, they need to cancel the online voting, and then they need to open the voter register for people, eligible voters, to go on. and register. The lady, the Obaya lady who is contesting with Dr. Dade, she is the acting chair now, and she is the one who issued the ID card. The ID card is the one that legitimizes someone to vote. When she finds out that you are Dr. Dade, she disqualifies you.
Wow.
You see what is going on, and this is MPP USA. This is MPP USA, and so we are like, so do you guys think that if NDC was saying, oh, we are now voting online and not even going to verify physically, but rather sit in your room somewhere and vote, are you guys going to agree if NDC was the one, like if what the Charlotte say, propose that and say, okay, MPP, we are now going to vote online? No, you don't even go to the polling center to verify your identity. You just go through email. You think MPP, you guys are going to agree? But because you want someone to rig the election, you are in support. And if you are in support, then there's not going to be any Congress here. And they said Bawumia's wife is here, so she's preparing for them. We said we don't care, because this time around we want to get things right. And that is why you have been hearing all this noise going on radio and like whatever.
Oh wow.
Because this time around.
So you are the lead petitioner.
I'm the lead petitioner. even the injunction of I was even leading it, but the whole point is that they said that I cannot file it because the lady lives in Colorado.
Okay.
And if I want to file it, then it should be a federal court, and that is going to cost almost $5,000.
Wow.
But then if we want it at the county level, then whoever we are going to serve the notice to should be living within the same county. And that is, we let that Solomon guy lead it, and and submitted it yesterday to them. So for now, I don't think there's going to be any Congress unless Freddie Blake told me this morning that we expect something from them Tuesday. We only need 3 things. 1, they have completed the online voting, no online voting. 2, they open the the voter register for people to come on board. And 3, they allow for chapter voting. That's all we are going to do. Africa for one pen of coin. Oh, true. It's been many appointments at Ghana. They don't even know we are going to vote.
Yeah.
So they have created emails addressed for those people.
Oh wow.
Oh. And some people just came here for visits, and then they just give them ID cards so they can vote. Meanwhile, those people are in Ghana, they don't even know we are going to vote. So all they're going to do is that when they were collecting the names, they just created email address for them. And then they will submit it to the EC. EC will enter it into the system. EC will send the email to them. They have the code, and nobody is verifying. So all you do is you sit by a computer and just cast your vote. So once you are here voting, somebody, if we vote,
Ghana.
exactly.
So there could be people in Ghana voting.
That is even the whole. Anyway, once you get your email, you can vote. Why do we sit? I mean, why do we allow ourselves to be manipulated like that?
Wow. Did somebody come in here?
That's why we are saying no. So it's either 2 things: either they agree or not. Then there will be no election in US here. And even the other lady, no, almost saying